Today, we will be discussing what transgender means. Trans is a prefix that is often used to describe either opposite or something on the other side. This prefix is commonly seen in many fields like chemistry. When having to do with gender, the prefix trans has to do more so with other or another side rather than opposite, although it is common for it to be opposite for many trans people. An example would be transgender women. Transgender women are assigned male at birth, but since they feel like a woman and identify as a woman, they are not male, but rather transgender women. People outside the gender binary of men and women can be transgender also. Transgender people do not need to do anything to be transgender. Simply not feeling aligned with what you are assigned at birth is enough. While many transgender people experience gender dysphoria, a transgender person does not have to alter their body or wish to alter their body to be transgender. Transgender is an umbrella term that can include many different types of gender identities. Some genders that people identify as that are not strictly male or strictly female include genderqueer, non-binary, agender, androgynous, bigender, pangender, and gender fluid. There are even many others throughout the world that are specific to certain cultures. Wearing the clothing associated with the opposite gender does not make someone transgender. A cisgendered guy who feels like a guy that wears a dress might be cross-dressing, but if they do not feel like a woman or another gender, then they are not transgender. Drag queens are cross-dressers that are often mistaken for being transgender. Many drag queens are not transgender, but they can be transgender. If someone puts on an act and pretends to be a gender they are not for fun, comedy, money, or any means, that does not make them transgender. Once again, feeling as if you are not the gender you are assigned at birth is the only criteria needed to be transgender. Transgender people are part of the LGBT community, which includes lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people. While being lesbian, gay, and bisexual are all sexualities, transgender is not a sexuality like the other three. There are more variations of LGBT that sometimes include more communities in the acronym, but it is most commonly found as LGBT. Asking transgender people personal questions should be avoided unless it is absolutely necessary to do so. Examples of things you should not ask a transgender person are if you can know the name they were given at birth, known as dead naming. An example of another question you should not ask is what genitals they have. Not all transgender people transition, but some of them do. Transitioning means different things to different people, and not all transgender people of the same gender desire the same results or methods. Some decide to take the path of HRT, which is hormone replacement therapy. This can include giving someone that wishes to develop traits associated with women estrogen, and or giving them things that might block testosterone. Some transgender people get or want to get SRS, which is sex reassignment surgery, to correct their genitals to how they feel they should be. These surgeries can be very costly, so not all transgender people that want to get them have access to them. If someone does not transition or present as the gender they want to due to religion, family, work, school, safety, or other reasons, simply like just not being ready, they are still transgender. Thank you for watching, and feel free to share this video if you like.